Nestled on the side of Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado Springs, at an elevation of 6,800 feet, Cheyenne Mountain Zoo has long been a must-see treasure for residents and visitors alike. And it's a zoo with a rich history. Founded in 1926 by local businessman, mining tycoon, and philanthropist Spencer Penrose, Cheyenne Mountain Zoo owes its unique mountain location to a small monkey. Penrose, founder of the Broadmoor Hotel, was a collector of exotic animals. His brother, Charles Penrose, was the director of the Philadelphia Zoo, and Spencer wanted to show his sibling and others that he was just as fine a keeper of exotic animals as his brother. Spencer's collection, ranging from large hoofstock, like elk and muskox, to an elephant, various snakes, bears, and monkeys, was split between holding cages at the Broadmoor and his Turkey Creek Ranch, south of Colorado Springs. In the summer of 1926, one of the monkeys residing at the Broadmoor bit the child of a hotel guest. This proved to be the last straw for the Broadmoor's board of directors, and Penrose was asked to remove his animals from the hotel grounds immediately. Ever the industrious entrepreneur, Penrose decided to consolidate his animal collection and move them all about a mile and a half up Cheyenne Mountain, which he also owned. It's been the home to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo ever since. As the years passed, Penrose made improvements and additions to his zoo, including the acquisition of a World's Fair carousel and construction of permanent buildings for his collection. During this time, he also began construction of the Will Rogers Shrine, which was completed in 1937. This historic monument, perched 1.4 miles above the zoo, is dedicated to Penrose's friend and humorist Will Rogers, who died in a plane crash in 1935. When a prognosis of terminal throat cancer was given him in 1938, Penrose decided to give his Cheyenne Mountain Zoo to the citizens of Colorado Springs. It's important to note, however, that neither the City of Colorado Springs, the Broadmoor, nor the El Pomar Foundation own the zoo. It's an independent, non-profit entity owned by the citizenry of the city and overseen by a volunteer board of directors. The zoo has the distinction of being one of only a handful of accredited zoos in the nation that is not tax-supported. It is sustained solely by admission revenues, membership dues, grants, donations, and program fees. Spencer Penrose died in December 1939, but Cheyenne Mountain Zoo lives on as part of this man's legacy. In the 1950s and 60s, tourism boomed in the Pikes Peak region, and crowds flocked to see Cheyenne Mountain Zoo's elephants, giraffes, and primates. At that time, visitors traveled to the zoo by car or the unique Mountaineer train that ran round-trip from the Broadmoor Hotel. Once in the zoo, guests could hop on the one-of-a-kind Zoomobile. Both of these people movers still have homes at the zoo, though the Mountaineer train was permanently retired in 1974 after 24 years of service. By the 1980s, the zoo on the mountain had fallen into a state of status quo, with exhibits looking much as they always had, though time was taking its toll on the facility. However, beginning in 1990, the zoo embarked on an era of revitalization. A master plan was conceived, and major fundraising and construction got underway. During this flurry of modernization, guests were enthralled with new exhibits such as Rocky Cliffs, Primate World, Wolf Woods, Asian Highlands, Lion's Lair, and Kids Canyon. Even the 1925 carousel that Spencer Penrose brought back from the World's Fair was meticulously refurbished and relocated to the central part of the zoo. The excitement continued into the new millennium with the 2003 opening of the African Rift Valley, an award-winning exhibit that showcases the zoo's world-renowned giraffe herd, the largest of any zoo in the U.S. Guests from all over the world have discovered the thrill of feeding crackers to these giraffes. You can also get up close and personal with meerkats, colobus monkeys, and crowned cranes. And kids will love all the educational play activities. In 2008, Cheyenne Mountain Zoo opened the Rocky Mountain Wild exhibit complex. This $8.2 million undertaking is actually multiple exhibits, presenting a grand collection of North American species, like grizzly bears, river otters, mountain lions, Mexican gray wolves, and moose. The zoo is one of only 8 accredited zoos in the nation to exhibit moose. 2008 also saw the opening of the exciting Mountaineer Sky Ride. Taking its name from the little train that used to carry guests to the zoo, this open-air chairlift-style ride transports you up Cheyenne Mountain and provides spectacular views of the zoo, the surrounding mountains, and the city of Colorado Springs. Admission to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo is $14.25 for adults and $7.25 for kids ages 3 to 11. Children under 3 are always free. The zoo opens at 9 a.m. year-round, with the last admission of the day sold at 4 p.m. Access to the zoo is easy from Interstate 25. Just take exit 138, the Circle Drive exit, and follow the signs west toward the mountains. Come experience what nearly 500,000 visitors annually are talking about. Only at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo.